Derek Cinch Toys followers, G2 Thunderclash. I'm going to transform him for you, and should hook up a heart rate monitor to me because it's a heart attack transforming this dude. He's got that much gold plastic, he's got hinges, he's a mongrel to transform. I'm going to do it super slow. I've transformed this guy quite a few times, obviously, in the past. I won't break him, but doesn't mean I'm not going to stress about it. It's so old. Like I said, this gold plastic is a killer. Read about it, gold plastic syndrome. Anyhow, here we go. This is a beautiful G2 Thunderclash we've got coming up for sale. So he's in really nice condition. He's got no brakes. Tiniest of flaws is a little bit of sticker rub underneath where the missiles rest. I'll show you that shortly. So this is how I do it. I've transformed him several times. You pop off the back. I'm not going to transform him back, mind you, but you pop off his back trailer hatch. Now, you can lift this guy right on off, and that's what I do. Some people call it cheating because this guy's on like a hinge. So you slightly pop him, and up he comes. Now, if you want to call that cheating, you go ahead. I call that safe. That thing detaches there. It's like a octagonal kind of shape. So I'm going to take that off for later. Before I transform him, I'll show you. That's that one little bit of wear it's got on the trailer on that target thing where the missiles rest. Anyway. So these guys, this is normally clipped in quite hard. I've already pre-unclipped that because it took me about 5 minutes to each side because I stress hard, but they just clip in. So you clip them out, that's first, once you take that off, first step of the trailer. All right, so he's on an angle. That hinge is a mongrel. I've seen so many of these things, broken hinges here. Because that hinge opens on an angle, it's so deceptive as to, like, a lot of people just try and do it straight and it will snap it. I've seen that hinge broken so many times. You've got to open it on an angle. That alleviates a lot of the stress, right? And it doesn't stop there, man. The fun don't stop there. You've got more hinges here that go on angles. So these are the stands for the weapon. So they come out on an angle too. So these form the stand when it turns into its, you know what it's officially called? Again, angle. Your heart's in your mouth every single time without fail. All right, so that's half the stand. Now these also rotate here, so you've got to be quite careful with them. Also rotational hinges. Whoever made this thought, yep, this thing's going to need this open quite easily. This is going to be collectible. We're going to stress people out in 20, 30 years time when it's worth heaps. Yeah, so this is the part that I don't like. It's the main cannon hinge, goes up here, made of gold plastic. It's relatively safe if you're careful, but it does not stop me from stressing my heart out. So that just comes up. You can kind of put your finger on it and you do it slowly, just watch those hinges. And that kind of comes on up, all right? And then you kind of rest it. These things rotate. So you can kind of rest it and take the pressure off, all right? I'm not going to force it, I'm happy with that. So that's the back trailer set up as a stand. That's the hard part, that's the stressful part, 34 hinges. This is pretty easy, so they're the cannons, they drop down and up, etc, etc. It comes with 12 missiles, 12 yellows. I'm not going to muck around with them, I'll leave them there. So this part rotates quite easily. You do not stress there, as does this. This is pretty painless. That's just the cannon, I'll just take that off. Pretty painless, that part, right? So the stress is not there. You can put the cannons down, probably best for this. The stress is not there, the stress is the trailer part. And then that just clicks on into the octagonal part, like so. Now you can rest it back more and stuff around. I'm more than happy there. So that's the stand for the weapon. Honestly can't remember what the technical term is for it. I'm going to put a link to it. Anyway, that's the thing. Now you can rest him on the back here and it's just a fire, but I ain't doing that. That's the stand. Now, the cab's pretty simple. There's a couple of gotchas. There's obviously a lot of hinges, a bit of gold plastic as well. I'll start with the legs, just get that out of the way. That's very simple. It's almost, yeah, obviously no brainer. So then to the back, to get the head up, you kind of pinch it here. You pinch that and bring that back. That allows the head to swivel up. Now I've seen quite a few Thunderclashes with not this hinge, the head hinge is fine normally. I don't like knocking around with these things. So anyway, the head hinge is up. Then the two side fronts from the cab come sideways. Now be careful because they are on hinges. But if you kind of, while you do it, just support the side. Don't ever put too much pressure on it. And do the same on this side, just nice and slow. End of the day, it's a bloody old hinge. So that's them kind of halfway done. Now that gold plastic hinge under there on the metal rod is I won't swear, but it's a mongrel. I've seen that. I've had this broken, with that piece broken that many times. I don't think, you probably can Frankenstein it and pull the mongrel apart to swap it out, but man, it's very stressful. So that's a hinge. So this front chest plate just goes down, man. Do that slow and methodical. You see that hinge, just rests on that metal axle rod kind of thing. That's taken down many a Thunderclash. Then you just bring his head on over and then that just clips forward. And there you go, that's the Thunder. All right, I'm gonna put his little arm in there, a little gun in his hand. And I'm gonna put my heart in my mouth and say, yep, success, great success. So that's done, Thunderclash is transformed. Now you can pop him up there. I ain't doing that and putting more pressure on him. That is your Thunderclash G2 transformed from semi-trailer to bot and weapon. It's a stressful process that has claimed many a G2 Thunderclash doing that. I've never broken one, I don't plan on breaking one. When I transform him out, I take my time. This is probably the fastest of a transform one, and that wasn't that fast, was it? Anyway, G2 Thunderclash, I thought I'd do that. Hey, if someone sees this, has got one, gets it in the mail, doesn't know how to transform it, watch this. I might save you breaking him, it might not. Who cares? I'm doing it for a laugh, I have fun. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Tell me my videos suck, tell me they're good, whatever. Thank you very much. There are way more transformations coming. Every time I get a cool G1, G2, whatever, I'm going to try and transform it for you guys and let you know how it's done.